Good morning! It's birthday day! I'm just 5 years old here. Princess's birthday! And she's sharing it with Jill. It's her birthday too. Come on, little man. He started to get up and then he decided to grumble at me, but we resolved our situation. Got out a little bit earlier today because I think I need to get in early. My vision center's completely torn up. A little cloudy. It's nice out, but I feel like once we get walking, it's gonna be humid. Come on, birthday girl. Oh man, I slept good. I honestly was importing and just said, time to go to bed, because Mike and I were on the phone way too late Sunday night. And boy, I was feeling it. So woke up 4:30, started editing. Clip kept failing to import from the iPhone. Finally had to airdrop it, and that solved the problem. So video is right now exporting finally. Took forever to render. Not really sure what that was all about, but nonetheless, it's done. So I don't know. I might take the computer with me. I took the computer with me yesterday, and I have the hyperdrives that gives you the HDMI out and extra USB-C and then USB-A ports. And I'm not going to do that again. I left it hooked up because the iPhone was importing and destroyed my good one. So my other one that's kind of iffy if it works, it's working, but it's the only one I got. One point when I get a chance, I'll replace it with the style like I got Mike, because he really likes his. See, Priya, you had to go potty. You had to do a boom boom. Good job. All right, everybody, you'll have to tell me what you thought. I did put the DJI logo, since it was like the only clips I did. Everybody knew that was the Action 4 for the night time lapse on the way home. Now, here's what I'm going to say is, when I'm usually editing, because of the logo overlays and whatnot, it's not fully rendered when I'm watching it. And when it so I let it fully render, then I do the export. So you have to let me know what you think of the quality. Because honestly, even being not fully rendered yet, I felt like it looked pretty decent. It's not quite the iPhone, obviously, but I've seen way worse. So, and then this section through here, it was much darker. So I left that at normal speed just to get an idea of, without it sped up, of a darker section. This light here kind of helped it out a little bit, but it's not like you had a lot of street lights. So, and with the iPhone footage at night, I actually had to turn off my exposure changes that I normally use in daytime. I might have to look at that a little bit, going back and forth. And now you're going pedal. Jeez, you're just doing everything, Priya. You're being a good girl this morning, getting all the potties out of the way. Taylor's looking for a branch to pee on. Anything that's down, he has to, like, because he's such a little duck. Where are you going? We're going this way, dude. I don't know where you... Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. We're walking. Thinks we're going to go back home. He's out of his mind. We're going for a mile, dude. I don't know where you think you're doing. So, like I said, I do enjoy having the Action 4. It's it gives me some flexibility that you wouldn't necessarily want to do with the iPhone. I mean, I've put it underwater before, but it's not something I prefer to do, considering it is like my lifeline to the outside world. But it's capable. Actually, if we ever went back to Milton, that would be an interesting side-by-side. The Action 4 and the iPhone both underwater, just to get an idea. Because it's supposed to have an underwater color profile for the Action. I think it's automatically supposed to switch over to it. Watching the video back last night on YouTube, I think it's hilarious though, because Mike's had this happen too. You put these cameras in the water, and the fish just come up and look at you. And I think I had like about 8 of them staring at me at one point. I'm like, and that's why the live view would be so helpful. As soon as you go under the plane of water, shuts it right off. I think it's a safety thing that kills transmissions. I don't know why, but maybe one of you can enlighten me on the situation there. Would have been, that was the main reason I wanted to go. One of the main reasons I want to go with the action. Come on, let's go. You guys have got me completely wrapped up here. Mateo, this is why I didn't miss having 2 dogs the other day. And of course, Priya is completely on the wrong side of this whole situation. Let's see if we can get out of it. See, the problem is the line comes together. Ugh. Now I'm like in between and it's caught on my shoe. Guys are trying to kill me this morning. Okay, I'm unhooked. You're both still on the wrong side of me, but whatever. Oh, I'm a little nervous. This back here looks a little rainy. I didn't see any weather alerts, but it doesn't always mean anything. And not a very pretty morning. That sky last night, though, there was a section there that was just really neat looking on the way home. I was kind of happy I captured that whole thing. Again, I had to stop with kinda. I love seeing when like a whole flock of birds kind of like fly together. Really neat looking. Of course, sometimes it's creepy because you watch these horror movies where birds just are doing like weird things and then something really bad happens. So I think of my favorite rumors for the iPhone, obviously, is Thunderbolt transfer will be definitely welcome if that rumor comes true. Periscope zoom up to 6x, which would pretty much match the Google Pixel Pro 7. So a little further zoom range. And like I said, the one rumor I heard was that the sensor in it will be bigger and better than Samsung, thus they don't need to go out to 10x to get the same or better results. The 2 terabyte storage, that one there has me really curious. I feel like it's getting to the point where iPhone's making this more of a camera than a phone, and storage would definitely be an additional terabyte would be very, very cool. Probably very, very expensive. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. iOS 17, I mean, I've been rocking the developer beta since it came out. It's, for the most part, pretty stable. The last version of it, I think my battery life was a little better than it's been with the current one, which I think there should be an update probably today, later. Usually they don't come out until afternoon in California, so like 3 o'clock here. I do like some of the changes they've made. It took me a little bit to get used to sending photos because it's a different menu when you go to add a photo or use the camera to send someone a photo. So, because it's, I mean, they just make these little itty bitty changes. But the weather wallpaper, they actually updated that again. It's much cleaner looking, much more like, how do I want to say it? It's more lively looking or real looking. So if it's a starry night, you usually get stars. If the moon's at a certain phase, it usually has the moon out. And it all goes by your location too, because it's weather. So it bases it on what your weather is, and if you know, if you have clouds, if the moon's clear, there's stars out, and then the sun's out. Yeah, the last update really refreshed it. So be interesting to see. Speaking of sky, can't stand here too long because this is Mosquito Valley. Literally, as I say that, I have one land on my finger holding the phone. He no longer is alive. And the one on my neck, one on my arm. Yeah, I don't know, this area here, it's really weird because there's, I mean, it's a large grassy section, so I guess there's enough moisture that draws their attention. But it's crazy coming through there. I've had that problem quite a few times. You know, when I went to fly the drone long time ago down there, man, I got almost eaten alive. I didn't stay there very long. Because when you're flying the drone, you're kind of paying attention, and all of a sudden you got mosquitoes just landing on you. I don't need another one of you little bastards in my eye like Sunday. That was not fun. Took me a little bit, but I got him out. You know, Mr. Mateo, you haven't done your boom booms. Yes, you need to do your boom booms, Mr. Mateo. You feeling a little bit better? You seem to be getting along a little better. We did treat his foot. She has some sort of spray, I think, that's supposed to keep him from licking his foot. We doused his foot in it Sunday, try to heal it up. He's walking a little better. He's not limping so bad, so. And then, little Miss Thing here. Little Miss Birthday Girl. You're going to hear this a lot today. Unfortunately, we're not going to do anything party-wise with her until Thursday when we're off, after she goes back to the vet Wednesday. So we got to treat her like a princess on Thursday. Boy, I can feel the change in temperature. Not temperature, but it's just, I know Florida's getting ready to get hit, if they're not already getting hit with that hurricane. And it's already pushing up this way, because the air has a southern feel to it, if that makes any sense. It was cool when we first came out here because the temperature, dew points up. It's, yeah, coming up that hill. Feel it in my lungs. Man, when the humidity is up, my lungs just constrict so bad. Very painful. I want to say it's because I'm overweight, but it doesn't always happen. It's usually when the pressures are up, I struggle a little bit more. So yeah, I have a feeling by the end of the week, we're probably gonna have some pretty decent rainfall. Wow. So the one guy that he questioned me recording, he literally just pulled up and said, "I told you not to point your camera in my direction." I'm like, I was not pointing my camera in your direction. And he went, "I just watched you." It was like, trust me, dude, you're not in the video. It's A, the iPhone's not wide enough. B, my head's blocking this entire section of the apartments. You know, honestly, that makes me very curious now. If you're that worried about it, what are you doing wrong? Who wants you? And who's gonna find you in my videos, for God's sake? Especially considering I was halfway down the other sidewalk. So you're looking at 1.5 to 2 football fields away with bokeh. But anyway, I digress. I've mentioned this time and time again. I believe in people's privacy. I will not put anybody on video that doesn't want to be on video. I don't like putting people on video, period. Obviously, Mike, Tim, you know, they've given me permission. And then I'm not gonna film you. That just makes me really, really suspicious on what the are you doing wrong? You're so worried about it. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. I mean, I feel like I'm doing the right thing by not doing it to begin with, especially when you've already said something to me once. I'm walking that way. I can see you. I'm intentionally filming you. Kiss my ass. I will go to the apartment manager and just let her know that I've had 2 conversations with him, and to let her know flat out, he can say things all he wants, but he is never been and never will be on camera. Birthday breakfast. Well, this is like their little pre-emblem, I guess. Little man, he's munching away. You hungry, dude? It's one thing that has not gone. He's chewing on his feet, but his appetite is good. But he walked much better today. I don't know if you could notice, but the limp was not there. So I think her treating his foot helped. All right, watch these guys finish eating. You gotta finish if you want your dental stick. Yeah. Yesterday morning, she was like done already. It's all right. She can take her time. I know, but you gotta wait on sister. Well, sister's not done. She's not eating. Well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You gotta wait. Come on. Come on, Bubby. Come on. Come on. not sound healthy at all. Alright. Well, we're going to give the flow a shot tonight because I want to get that panoramic. We are at the park. Come on, Pri. Come on, baby. Priya. Priya. Okay, she's busy. Well, we're going to give the flow a little bit of a shot here and see how it does without that toggle on it anymore. So, just got to be careful. We're not going to go over... Well, they might be clearing out. Nope, they're still playing soccer. Sidewalk is covered. This bathroom's locked, so I had to go all the way over to the porta potties. But that parking lot is full, so I had to take a little, like a quarter-mile walk just to use the restroom. I think little man's looking for a spot. He circles. Not quite yet. And there he goes. Alright, well, I didn't bring the DJI with me because it is windy and I only have one set of microphones. So we're just going to do this with the iPhone coming over here to the spot. Boy, the bugs are bad over here too. Where I want to take that panoramic shot real quick, and then we'll, I think we're going to just go up on the river walk. I don't know how far we're going to go because it's kind of windy and there's a lot of bugs and I'm killing them. It's getting a little frustrating already, but just get these guys out. They got to go for a little car ride, which Mateo and Priya very much appreciate. Alrighty, we got our panoramic shots done. Takes a little bit of time to do. 5 shots for 180 and 240, and then 9 shots for the 3x3. I'll try to remember to post them in the vlog. Right now we are just running with the native app, not the native app, but the Flow app. So the feature right here that I wanted this the most for was the be able to spin it all the way around. I'm kind of curious because, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, it dawned on me the other day and I went and looked. There hasn't been any rumors of the DJI Osmo 7. The only reason I'm even thinking about it is because this has got a broken toggle, but honestly, so far it hasn't really mattered too much. I could turn it in probably and get it replaced, and I may at some point, we'll see. Just kind of curious how much more stable this is versus, you know, me holding the ShiftCam. Probably not a whole lot. Sensor shift is pretty amazing. In this morning's time lapse, I wasn't going to use the iPhone, but the sun streak's coming down. I put it on 2x. It still should be in the sensor shift because it's off the main lens. Kind of just punching in a little bit to give you a really wide angle and a narrow angle during the ride to work. But oh, what a fun day. Wasn't too horrible. I had the vision center basically back up in order before my other associate got there. It was probably about quarter of 8. I don't know how long it was going to take me because I did find help to get the Ray-Ban stand back out on the floor, which was my biggest concern. So, other than that, we were started off strong, and the afternoon kind of got a little weak. Hopefully they're a little busy tonight. We did pretty good yesterday, but we're still quite a ways off mark. Well, Priya is being Priya. She's like, it's my birthday. I want to sniff things. You're not dragging me 2 miles. Not doing it. Come on, baby dog. We have not gotten very far at all. I think I went further to go to the bathroom. Come on. Get moving. Are you joining in your sister's parade? You got to sniff a tree now? Seems to be a little sluggish tonight. I would figure there was going to be an update, and there isn't one. Ooh, too far. There we go. I think I say this every time. It won't be long. Ooh, you can actually start to see the leaves starting to change here. Zoom in on that. Seeing some leaves changing there. Not sure how well the 2x works. Oh, that's 3x. Yeah, you don't get 2 at this one. Doesn't know that lens even though. Starting to see some change. Alright, let's go to native camera. I'm already over the camera, can tell the quality is not up to standard. Not much changing around here yet. Some of these are a little slow. This one right above my head, usually the first one to go, and this one right here. So we'll have to wait and see. But And I guess Apple finally has announced September 12th. I saw it on CNN. Tim texted me and said September 6th, but that was inaccurate. Of course, Tim doesn't like iPhones, so. I shouldn't say doesn't like, I should say loathes. Kind of like Mike and I loathe Android. Not all Android. I would take, like I said to Mike, I said, if someone told me I was never allowed to have an iPhone again, can have any Android phone you want, I'd be like, Google Pixel 7 Pro, please. That would be my next choice of device in my lineup, but it doesn't have ProRes. Ooh, my crab apples might be blooming here. I see something on that tree. Could just be discolored leaves. Boy, this thing doesn't extend very high, does it? Nope. Some crabby apples. Be getting squished all over the parking lot here real soon. Yeah, so far I'm honestly not noticing a whole lot of issue with not having that little toggle. All it does is pan and tilt. And I don't usually use that too much, except if I were filming an open box. Alright, I grabbed a couple pictures. I'll throw them in Photoshop Express and try to put them up on Instagram. I really need to get more into that. I need someone to run my Instagram for me. Yeah, I really feel like if I had someone that could run my Instagram, I'd actually put pictures on it. Because I just don't have time. So, nope, got a jogger. Here I am pulling back on the zoom controls. They don't work in the native camera app. We haven't been out here in a long time. We're not going to be going very far. Because we are at 8.4 of a mile. Oh, I got 25 on top of that crap. That tree's been, looks like it might be changing a little bit. Take whatever fall-ish look we can get. It is humid out here tonight, though. Very humid. Dog fight going on in the pen. This is why we don't go to the pens. They had a pit bull, a poodle, standard poodle, a lab, and a beagle in there. Yeah, you're asking for trouble. Yeah, they were cute, but this thing is just not leveling off again on me. It's like, it doesn't like the native app as much. And it did tell me that because I have the mics connected, I think it doesn't like exactly where I have it placed. So hopefully I'm somewhat in the frame. I can't even tell. When you're facing that way, 2 clicks levels it off. 2 clicks when you're this way spins it back around. Thinking there instead of 3 clicks. So I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to level it off when you're doing this. Because right now it's not doing it. And I don't think it's tracking me either. I forget how to turn that on. Fortunately, that building's in the way. Now I'm tracked. Yeah. I wasn't on the Flow app. That's why it wasn't tracking or keeping on me. It was in the native app. Trying to make it track and there's no tracking on native phone. So there's supposed to be a way to do it, but you gotta create a live broadcast and set it up, and I'm not up for that crap. Then you can use it for like a whole bunch of apps. And let's just do a quick picture comparison. So this is Insta360 app. And the iPhone native camera. Which looks better? Let me know in the comments. Personally, this is the real downside to having this thing. I have no rest. I'm carrying it the whole way. This is why I don't use it. But I wanted to take this pictures and, you know, what the hell. I wanted to see if the Flow still functioned at all. I will say the shutter is extremely slow, especially with photos. It is super sluggish on photos. So, not real pleased about that whole situation. What are you showing me your teeth for? He's looking at me, his little front teeth were caught on his lip. He's doing so much better today. I think he's only had one Abaquil. I don't think she gave him any other ones. But I'm not sure. Because they told us we didn't have to double dose him like we normally did. What you doing? What you doing, birthday girl? Being bad? Huh? Being a sluggish little walker? Alright, let's make our 1 point whatever miles walk back. Since the bathroom trip, I had to go a little further than I thought I had to go. Ew, hurry. Ooh, it smells like urine. Yeah, they do have kind of a pee smell. That's not cool. Cute picture though. Flow app actually does have like a macro effect. Yes, Priya, it smells like dog pee. Let's walk. Goddamn. I don't think Mateo's gonna sway where he goes. Just want to see if it follows. Yeah, it does follow him today. He's big enough. He should be. Seriously overweight little dog, but no, he's not limping today. I think his paw is healing up, and he seems much more lively. Yeah, I don't know about this thing. I just tried to zoom in to take a picture of a tree. I just wanted the 2x lens with the app, and it just kept not giving it to me. It would jump from 1 to 3 or get into the middle of the 2s. I couldn't fine tune it. That is horrible. That is horrible. I think I have zoom on slow right now even. That was just crazy. Nice thing is you can go back and forth between hands with it pretty easy. But Mike and I were out in the forest, taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together. I'd probably not film. I'm not cutting through, Priya. Come on. Come on. I actually have it extended right now from the tree, so kind of curious to see. It actually feels quite comfortable being extended like that. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's much, but it's enough to get you up a little bit. And you can do like a little crane shot type thing. I don't know. This is the rabbit hole I keep speaking about. You go down. Because I have had every DJI, I think, gimbal. Now I've got the Flow gimbal. I think I had one briefly for the, I had the Karma Grip. That was for the old GoPros. And there was a Zine or something that was a piece of crap. Everybody says how great it is. Couldn't get the damn thing to work for me. You know, after we got home last night, when she got out of the car, she did something to her right front leg. She has been miserable ever since. She's yelping. It's been a rough end of her birthday. Plus she's on her medication for being a little bit loopy for her nails cut today, but we're concerned about this more than that. I think she goes to see the vet and Terry's going to talk to him when she takes Mateo. So I don't think she's going on a walk this morning. That's the most she's stood on that leg in quite a while. She's actually putting weight on it. She's very lethargic.